I'm McKinnon Walsh.
And I'm Chandler Pinnell. Welcome to Encounter Shawnee Mission.
Broken Arrow Elementary School, one of Shawnee Mission School District's most recent additions, has quite the unique mascot.
Liz Nelson and Austin Tyler feature two veteran teachers who have paved the way for all past, present, and future trailblazers.
Ever since Broken Arrow Elementary School opened in 1990, art teacher Paul Elo and Kathy Wilcoxon are some of Broken Arrow's most veteran teachers.
I've been teaching at Broken Arrow for 22 years, since it opened. I'm considered a Broken Arrow original, BAO. Cross it off and do the math. I started out teaching special ed. I taught special ed for 3 years. I taught first grade for 1 year, and then I found myself in sixth grade. So sixth grade for 7 years, and this is my 11th year in fifth grade. We've always had a certain pride, and I guess that comes from opening up the school, but there's just a feeling that you're a community at Broken Arrow and that we help each other and that we try to make everybody successful.
I've been at Broken Arrow since it opened up, 22 years now. I've been teaching a total of 32 years. At Broken Arrow, I now have children of former students who've grown up and had kids. Oh, we've got an incredible staff. We've got incredible kids. The building has been stunningly beautiful since the day it opened up. We have high expectations, and our kids usually reach those expectations. The other part of my day that I love is when I teach a lesson, and I've got 25 kids, and I've got 25 totally different, unique responses. That is the epitome of my day.
This has been Liz Nelson and Austin Tyler, signing off for Shawnee Mission Encounter.
Students have many opportunities to give back to the community.
The annual blood drive at Shawnee Mission East is a great way for students and faculty to help save lives.
Today, February 2nd, hundreds of Shawnee Mission East Lancers are helping to save lives through donating blood in the annual Share Blood Drive. Students and faculty members take out time in their daily schedules to participate in this very important yearly event. How many estimated students are going to be here at the blood drive?
Well, we had about 200 kids sign up, which is great because that's even more than we expected. So it's been a really great turnout this year.
I'm more positive. It's universal, so more people can use it than any other blood type group. So it's kind of a good incentive to give something that people need.
Well, it's a really great experience. Every donation saves about 3 lives, and so just that in itself is enough reason to do the blood drive, and it's a really great event, I think.
Were you scared when you gave blood before?
Well, I wasn't, because I don't know, this kind of thing just doesn't really bother me, but a lot of people are, and so it's really important that we are very supportive and take care of all our donors here.
What are the requirements to donate blood?
You have to be 16 years old with a parental consent, or you can be 17 and donate on your own. If you are giving at a high school, then you have to meet our height weight requirements. If you are giving at a community drive, then you just have to be 110 pounds.
Where will all the blood be going?
We supply lots of hospitals in Missouri. One of the things we do supply are university hospitals that are the biggest trauma centers in Missouri, so we need lots of blood to supply those hospitals. It looks like a lot of teachers today are donating blood, and a lot of high school drives will get students and secretaries and people that help with the school that will donate. So that's great. That's just added on to the kids.
This year's blood drive was a huge success. We would like to thank Stuco as well as all the students who donated. For Shawnee Mission Encounter, I'm Dominique Atkinson and the photographer Ben Hoffman, signing out.
Most musical enthusiasts have heard of the production Oklahoma.
Students at Trail Ridge Middle School are showing out their talents in Oklahoma Junior this month, a school version of the award-winning musical.
We go to Travis Calvin and Josh Keegan with the story.
It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do.
The 7th and 8th graders of Trail Ridge Middle School have been hard at work on their production of the play Oklahoma Junior.
No, you wouldn't either, because I wouldn't marry you or none of your kinfolks.
The first question that comes to mind for most people is, what is Oklahoma Junior?
Oklahoma Junior is a love story between a cowboy and a farm girl, and that kind of incites a bigger fight between the cowman and the farmer.
There is an evil villain in the story by the name of Judd, who has his sights set on Lori, but of course she's not in love with him.
There won't never
The students have been working on this play for several months now.
We have auditions in December, and we post the cast list right before winter break. Then we start rehearsing in January, and we rehearse all the way up until the show, which doesn't open until April 30th. We only rehearse for 45 minutes after school, though.
Wait, something's wrong inside of Van Eller. I hook my door at night.
Both the students and the teachers alike have favorite parts about this play.
Watching the growth of the students, giving them the responsibility to take care of the lights and the sound equipment, which are very expensive items to run, and giving 12, 13, 14-year-olds the opportunity to be able to run those.
I like a scene, and it's kind of a toe-tapping kind of song, and it's called The Farmer and the Cowman.
My favorite part's working with all my friends and acting with them and having them give me like the criticism and stuff that I need, and doing the same for them so that we can work better with it.
Oklahoma Junior will be showing at Trail Ridge at 7 p.m. on April 30th, May 1st, and May 2nd. This has been Travis Calvin and Josh Keegan reporting for Encounter Shawnee Mission.
7th and 8th grade students at Hawker Grove Middle School were able to show off their science skills for their parents at the annual science fair.
John Moore stopped by the evening event to bring us the story.
On February 28, 2012, Hawker Grove Middle School held its annual science fair for 7th and 8th grade honors students. Students had the opportunity to show their projects to their parents.
Well, we started at the beginning of the year this year, so in August, and everybody came up with their own unique problems, and then we did research, and we came up with a paper, and then a board right after break, and now today it's the culmination of all the months of investigating individual problems.
Well, actually, it started before I started teaching here. They've had science fairs to display the students' work.
Congratulations to the students and teachers at Hawker Grove for working hard and making this year's science fair successful. From Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm John Moore.
It's all over the news these days that students and adults don't get enough exercise.
Raymarsh Elementary School has recently started a running club in which they prepare for the Turkey Creek 5K at the end of the year.
Matt Stiers and I went to the club to see how they were getting ready for the big race.
Encouraging physical fitness has always been a key goal of Shawnee Mission School District. Raymarsh Elementary School has taken the extra step by creating a running club where students get together to work out, talk, and in the end, run the Turkey Creek 5K.
Well, in Running Club, we're hoping to promote self-confidence in the girls and also get them into exercise and fitness. We're also trying to get the girls opened up and experiencing different fitness activities that they may want to do on their own. So we're just trying to get the girls active and then also developing confidence in themselves and encouraging each other to do their very best and push themselves and each other maybe just a little farther than they think they can go.
But Mrs. Lewis doesn't do this on her own. Parents are also quite involved.
I had a passion. I wanted to get kids moving, and so Mrs. Lewis and I established a partnership of how we could get this done and how could we make it a real low-cost offering for kids, because one of the things I was seeing is that, you know, there's a lot of kids out there that I would like to see in sports and stuff that can't afford it.
The students involved expressed gratitude for the club as well.
Running with your friends, that you're with your friends and you talk in groups and just have fun.
Sometimes we get to share our embarrassing moments, and we just talk, and I like to meet new friends.
I like how you could go to running club and you see all your friends and you can just talk with your problems into your groups.
This has been Matt Stiers and McKinnon Walsh signing out for Encounter Shawnee Mission.
Is it going to rain today? How hot will it get? What causes a tornado? And the school favorite, is it going to snow tonight?
We often turn to the TV or newspaper to see the weather forecast and answer these questions. But this year, students at Shawnee Mission Northwest have learned to predict and even broadcast their own weather forecast in the new meteorology course.
We go to Mike Chalaby with more.
For the 2011-2012 school year, the Shawnee Mission School District added a new class for students interested in meteorology. Mr. Stiggy is very enthusiastic about the class this year.
I really love it.
it's nice to have a science class that kids are specifically interested in, where a lot of the science classes we have are more general and broad. Now we have a specific, interest level. We have a forecasting unit. We have kids who do broadcasting, so they get a chance to kind of throw themselves out there and make predictions. And sometimes it's just understanding of day-to-day events. I think it's application of different science things that they've learned in maybe other science classes, and now all of a sudden they're saying, oh, here's why some of this physics stuff is important that I learned either in physics or in physical science.
Alex Springer told us how the KUGR class and the meteorology class work together.
Well, since I'm in both classes, it works out so we can put the weather on the thing, and my schedule's freed up so I can do that and meteorology. And so we can get the information out to the student body.
Over the course of the year, Mr. Sticky has invited several guest speakers, one of which including Mike Thompson, the weatherman from Fox 4 News. He gave his opinions on having a high school meteorology class.
It helps them to understand, the students to understand the basics of meteorology. Weather's been a very important subject more and more over the course of the years because weather affects everybody.
This has been Mike Chalaby for Encounter Shawnee Mission.
February 1st is National Signing Day for high school seniors accepting athletic scholarships for college.
John Moore spent the afternoon in the Shawnee Mission East gym capturing this exciting event.
On February 1st, graduating Lancer athletes participated in National Signing Day for college athletics. A total of 14 student athletes signed at the ceremony.
I'm going to Coffeyville Community College.
And why did you choose that school?
I felt like it had a more family atmosphere. They had a winning tradition. They haven't really had it in a while. I feel like I can bring that to them. And, it's a little bit closer to home than everybody else. Nervous about going in and, competing, actually. Everybody's nervous about, that's not that job given to them. And right now, the job is up for grabs, and I feel like I can go in and compete, and, I'm a little nervous about that.
I'd like to thank my high school tennis coaches.
Throughout the past few years, we've had just individual signings, and so Dr. Krawitz felt like it'd be best just to everybody that signed. We have 7 early signees, therefore that's, the soccers, the tennises, and then we had 7 that are signing today, like in football and basketball and things like that. So we have 14 outstanding student athletes that are all getting college scholarships to continue their education and continue playing.
On behalf of Shawnee Mission East, we wish the athletes the best of luck for next year. From Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm John Moore.
Neiman Elementary students are getting an up-close and personal look at finances.
Kindergartners are teaming up with Sprint to learn about counting and saving money.
Sprint accountant Katrina Bonds explains money to Mrs. Owen's kindergarten class at Neiman Elementary.
And then what's our third coin? A dime. And how much is the dime worth? 10 cents.
We're so privileged to have Katrina Bonds, who's an accountant with Sprint, to come teach economics to our kindergartners.
Excellent job. So did that involve any money? No, but did we trade one thing for another? Yes, we did.
She comes every Friday for 5 weeks, and the children look forward to it. They love her stories, and then she always has an activity and sends them home with something special. And one of the last things she's going to give them is a bank, because they're learning about saving.
In this activity, the children learn about coins by placing them in the right slot in order to produce the correct amount of change.
Excellent job.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, this has been Isabella Weindling with photographer Chandler Pruno.
Has anyone ever wondered what the flower garden in front of Blue Jacket Flint represents?
Amanda and Tristan show us how students are coming together to honor one of their former teachers.
On March 28th, 6th grade students from Blue Jacket Flint Elementary School gathered together for their month of replanting the memorial garden in honor of Miss Mary Jane Merrill, who died 2 years ago. Cleaning up the trash around the memorial and planting potted plants really shows how important Miss Merrill was to their school.
Mrs. Merrill was a colleague of mine, a fellow teacher,
And the garden began as a way for us to memorialize Mrs. Merrill, and also as a way for teachers and students to work together to maintain something that we've become very proud of, actually. It's a way for students and teachers to express their creativity. It's always fun to see what different teachers and students do with the garden during their month.
The garden that represents her makes me feel happy and warm that I still have a memory of her, because she always makes everyone feel happy, and she always had a smile on her face. You never would feel bad around her. She's really important to me. If I never was able to have her as a reading teacher, I'd never been able to read as well as I do now.
Miss Merrill played a very special role in the students' and teachers' lives. She will continue to be remembered by this memorial garden for years to come. This has been Tristan Gerfen and Amanda Vanderwerf signing off for Encounter Shawnee Mission.
Construction at Indian Hills Middle School has begun and will continue this summer.
Isabel Windling walked through the building with Principal Carla Allen to take a closer look at the upcoming renovations.
Carla Allen, principal of Indian Hills Middle School, describes the renovation and additions being made to the school.
We are currently in phase 1. So phase 1 is scheduled to be completed by the time school starts in August. This addition here, and then they're going to kind of bulldoze out really much all these walls like you see them, and they're going to be enlarging and reconfiguring the whole office space. They will be focusing on the addition that you see if you drive up 63rd Street, the addition in the back. That is the auxiliary, on this main floor it'll be an auxiliary gym. And that's going to be the new library, which is going to be so pretty. You see it overlooks the creek bed and the grass, and it'll be all glassed in. And then on the lower level underneath that, it'll be 2 computer dimensions classrooms, 1 computer lab, and a fitness room. That'll be great with like ellipticals and treadmills and free weights and stuff, so we're kind of excited about that.
The cafeteria is going to be expanded and reconfigured in order for there to be various food stations and for the lines to move quicker. For Encounter Shawnee Mission, this has been Isabella Weinling.
This has been Encounter Shawnee Mission. I'm McKinnon Walsh.
And I'm Chandler Purnell. Thank you for joining us.